A very good morning to all of you, respected faculties and research scholar and my dear students. First of all, I would like to thank Indraprasth Engineering College for inviting me for this keynote speaker. Unfortunately, I am in my native village and the net condition is not that good. So Zoom conferencing is not going to happen. I'm really sorry for that. I missed that chance. So my topic is, I don't want to go into basics of any algorithm or anything which has been conventionally used so far and which has been a classical approach so far, because we all know about it, right? Everything has been written in a book, in a PDF or something. My point is, there is a lot of buzz about we should take a paper, we should take a research paper which is being from some good journal having high impact factor or something, and which has been recently done. Like if we are working in 2020, we have to use the paper that has been worked in 2018 or 17. But I strongly feel that we should, I mean, young researchers and faculties also, we should touch the classical techniques like which has been implemented before and which has been mathematically implemented, which has no flaws in it. Everything has been done in it. So we should work on that, because algorithm, according to me, algorithm is the base of any research, right? And just to write a pseudocode is not enough for me. So writing a function in anything you are using, like in MATLAB or in Python, it's the secondary thing. The primary thing should be that we should develop algorithm which should have genuine parameters, genuine quantization, genuine sampling, so that we can challenge some classical technique like I did in past, like PCA, Principal Component Analysis, which is a very classical approach implemented mathematically. There is no flaws in it. It was, introduced in 1901, but there are lots of dimension. I have read lots of paper where I have found that PCA has done some classification error while classifying some subject or some object while doing some recognition, or whether while do object detection or something. There are lots of paper worked on that, and there is no algorithm developed. What we are doing, what we do normally, we take PCA and we have said that we have combined it with SVM or kernel SVM, or we have give this result. But this is not a kind of research we want to do, right? We have to do what PCA is something which is very much efficient in all its working or everything. But what dimension I have found, suppose a person having same person having mustache or same person having no mustache can be detected as different person. That is the backdrop of PCA. So what we need to do, suppose we are working on SVM, suppose we are working PCA, we need to do the thoroughly study of that algorithm and propose a similar algorithm by taking the dimension in which PCA has failed to perform efficiently, right? Suppose in PCA, we always make a covariance matrix by using maximum eigenvalue and then the lowest one and so on, right? But it is not determined and it is not confirmed that maximum eigenvalue have lowest classification error. So my point is, why don't we choose some eigenvalue which has the lowest K minimum error, so that the classification error will be reduced in that way. And trust me, this algorithm has been developed and it has not been cited for many papers. But nowadays, this algorithm, I have worked for this in face recognition, in object detection, in speech recognition, and it has been given a very good result, right? The paper has been in elsewhere or somewhere, in Springer or in Ville. But nowadays, I'm working on COVID, right? And the same algorithm, the proposed algorithm, which has challenged PCA, right, that it has dimensionally reduced the dimension of the subject, but on classification error, it is failed to get the efficient result. So that same algorithm has been implemented in COVID, and now it's been in, it's been in a very high impact factor journal called Nature, right? And it has been accepted by some major revisions also. But finally, hard work get pays. So I have gone through with many PhD Viva, many MTech Viva, and everywhere I got to know that we have to take latest paper or something. Latest paper is fine, but the algorithm we should follow, the algorithm we should change should be the conventional one, which has been, proposed and implemented mathematically before, right? Even though we can choose some dimension to work further on with, right? And after choosing that dimension, we should propose our own algorithm so that the work has been at least count in some real-time application or real-time scenario. So this is one of the example. The same thing can be done in computer vision, image processing. It can be done in OpenCV or MATLAB. It is not mattering at all. Trust me, the tool is not mattering at all, right? So I would like to encourage you to do your research by taking the latest paper for sure, but not going with the paper proposed work only. Just go with some classical approach which has been like back propagation in 1970, right? This type of thing. So that thing will be counted, and that will be also having some real-time application and real-time values for that research, right? Whether you are using it in healthcare or whether you are using it in surveillance system, it would have some values. Otherwise, just to satisfy the thesis requirement or 2017 paper and improve it by 1% or 2% is not okay for any researcher. That's what my personal thought is. So thanks a lot, and I'm so sorry that the session is too short, and I would like to meet all of you guys and give another discussion along with you, but due to COVID, everything has been devastated and so on. So please take care of you, and just think what I have said. I'm really stick to it that we should not go for some latest paper and improve the result, and that's our work is. We should go with the classical techniques only. That's my point is still. Thank you so much. Thanks for hearing me.